Okay, so let us start again. Okay, so we will start with, yeah, probability distributions. Okay, so our today's session will be on probability distributions. So let me just tell you, there are three types of, before that, any idea about discrete and continuous? Discrete, any idea? Can you just, anybody share what is a discrete and what is a continuous variable?
Sir, discrete has some fixed intervals, whereas continuous does not have any fixed intervals.
Okay. Okay.
Discrete, the number of outcomes can be counted. In continuous, there are infinite number of outcomes.
Yeah. You are correct. Yes. Okay. So, probability distribution. So, I will explain you with an example. Okay, what is a probability distribution or how to construct a probability distribution. Okay. Okay. So, let me take you to the example. So there are, so let me tell you, there are three types of distribution. Yeah, in our syllabus actually. One is binomial distribution, another is Poisson distribution, and the third one is normal distribution. So binomial and distribution, discrete
Sir,
सर आपकी
normal.
वीडियो
your
सर आपकी वीडियो
bandwidth is
दिख रही है.
low.
Just a minute. Wait. Now it is clear. Now my voice is clear.
Voice is much better, sir.
Clear. Much better. Okay. Actually, there is some lag sometimes. Okay. So let me repeat again. So there are three types of distributions that we are going to study. Number one is binomial distribution. I will discuss each one of them. Today I will only take up binomial. Okay. So I'm going very slow one by one. So first is binomial distribution. Second is Poisson distribution. And the third is normal distribution. Now out of these two, binomial and Poisson, these two are discrete. These two are discrete. Okay. And this one, the third one, that is normal distribution, that is a continuous. Okay. So we will understand everything, but first let us understand what is probability distribution. Probability distribution is what? So I will, for that I will give you one. Okay, I need to okay, sorry, just give me 1 minute. I need to open some. Yeah, so yeah, I'm sharing the screen now. Yeah, can you see my slide now? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will give you an example of probability distribution. Okay. So what we were talking actually before our break, before the break, what we are talking, see, what is a probability distribution? Okay, if you go by the definition, a probability distribution is a listing of all the outcomes of an experiment and the probability associated with each outcome. Okay. Now try to understand this. Listing of all the possible outcomes of an experiment and the probability associated with each outcome. So what is our experiment? So as I told you, my experiment was, what was my experiment? That toss a coin 3 times and observe the number of heads. This is my experiment. What is my experiment? My experiment is toss a coin 3 times, right? And observe the number of heads. So my variable is number of heads. So let me take the pen. Yeah. So my variable is number of heads. Okay. Now see the, hope you can see my screen, right? So here you see what are the possible outcomes. All of you please have a look. Okay. So whenever we toss a coin 3 times, then what can be the possible results? Okay. If you want to systematically calculate, you should write in this way. So what can be my first result? Okay. What one can be, in the first coin it is tail, in the second coin it is tail, and the third also it is tail. Another can be, in the first coin it is tail, in the second coin it is tail, and the third coin it is head. And the third, another possible result, all possible result. How many results are possible? 2 to the power cube, 2 to the power cube. So how much is 2 to the power cube? 8. 8 results are possible, right? Suppose if I do for 2 square, if I toss a coin 2 times, how many outcomes will be there? 4, 2 square. Okay. But I have taken a, my experiment is not that. My experiment is 2 cube equals 8. So third, what can be? In the first coin it is tail, second coin it is head, and the third coin it is tail. And another outcome can be, in the first one tail, in the second one head, in the third one head. Fifth outcome can be first one head, second one tail, third one tail. Another outcome may be first one head, you know, all permutation combination, tail, second one tail, third one head. Seventh one can be head, first two head, second one, third one tail. And another option can be all 3 are heads. So if you remember my question, what was my question? My question was, if we toss a coin 3 times, what is the probability that no head will occur? No head will be occur. So in how many events there are no head? Tell
One
me.
event.
One.
In one event, sir.
In how many events? Yes.
One event,
only
sir.
this one. See, only the first one. One event. Yes, very good. One event only. So what is my favorable event? 1.
Yeah.
What is my total event?
8.
Yes, 8.
8, sir.
So what was our probability? This was my first question. What was my second question? If a coin is tossed 3 times successively, what is the number of one head? Now see all these outcomes and tell me, in how many cases one
Three by-
head is there?
3 by 8, sir.
Tell me. Yes.
3
How
by
many
8, sir.
cases? See, yes. See the second one, one head. See the third one, third outcome, one head. See the fifth outcome, one head. Got my point? So how many favorable events for one head? 3.
3 by 8, sir.
3 by 8.
8.
And what is my total number of event?
8. 8.
8. So it is 3 by 8. So these were the first 2 questions that I asked you, and some of you correctly answered actually. So this is how we, we should check our, this probability. Now, so now what we are going to, but our purpose is a bit different. What is our purpose? To understand what is a probability distribution, or how to construct a probability distribution. Now, what is a probability distribution? It's a listing of all the outcomes of an experiment and the probability associated with each outcome. So my variable is here. What is my variable here? X, right? And what is the X variable? Number of heads. So if you see this column, all of you see this column, please. All of you see this column, number of heads. So in each outcome, let me rub this. Let me just rub this. So in each outcome, what I have done, number of heads. This is my variable of interest, right? So in the first one, no head. In the second one, one head. Third one, one head. Fourth one, two head. Fifth one, one head, and so on. So we have calculated the heads. Clear? Now, if I calculate now, so next, so my variable was X. Okay, number of heads. And first one was 0, 1, 2, 3. There cannot be any other option, right? So first one probability we already calculated, 0 head 1 by 8. 1 head already, these two we have already calculated. And if you do the same for 2 head and 3 head, we will get this probability. We will get this probability. You can check in that slide, right? So what are this probability? 0.125, 0.3. So this probability, now we will take this probability in a XY plot. So what will be my x-axis? You know, as in a coordinate geometry, the x-axis is my number of heads. What am I plotting in the x-axis? Number of heads. What I am plotting in the y-axis? Probability. So if we plot this, we will get this sort of distribution. This distribution is called the probability distribution. Clear? So what we did first, number one, we calculated all the outcomes. Then for each of the outcome, we calculated the probability. And then we took a variable, which is number of heads. And for this number of heads variable, all this X value, we calculated the probability, and this X value and the probability, we plotted in a XY plot, and we got the distribution, which is called the probability distribution. Is it clear? What is the probability distribution? Yes. Yes, please tell me. So just see the definition again. Probability distribution is a listing of all the outcomes. We did that, all the outcomes of an experiment, and the probability associated with each outcome. And then we plot it in a XY diagram. Clear? Is it clear? Yes. Yes, clear or not? How to, no answers?
Yes, sir, clear.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir, clear.
Clear, sir.
Yes or no? I am teaching my laptop otherwise. Okay, so that is a probability distribution. Now, okay, so let me go to the random variable. Yes, this should be clear. Yes. Now let us study what is a variable, what is a discrete variable, and what is a continuous variable. Very, very important. Okay, very important. Try to understand. Random variable, we call random variable. What is a random variable? Right, I will give you a very practical example. Right, suppose attendance of section D. Today I can see in the Zoom participant 52 student. 52 student are there today. Okay, now tomorrow it can be, or previously, say in the last week, it can be last week, it can be say 45, it can be 48, it can be 49, it can be 51, it can be 53. Okay, varying between 45 to 55. So see, this variable, the attendance of section D is a variable because it takes sometime it takes value 45, sometime it takes value, 52, sometimes it takes value 53 and so on. So it's a variable. So what is a random variable? Just like you saw in my experiment, number of heads. Sometime it was 0, sometime it was 1, our x, sometime it was 2, sometime 3. So it is taking a value 0, 1, 2, 3. Right? So random variable is a quantity resulting from an experiment that by chance can assume different values. This is what is a variable is. This is the fine, but next is very critical. You should understand this too. Okay, total statistics, total. Okay, even if you go for further, higher statistics, these two concepts you must understand very clearly. Okay, so any other opinion I have heard, but anyone would like to tell the difference between discrete random variable and continuous random variable? Anyone would like to share? Many things, the statistical test, total statistics depend on these two concepts. Okay, so anyone would like to highlight? Anyone? What is discrete and what is
continuous?
yes,
has
come, yes.
fixed interval.
Okay. And discrete? What is discrete?
Certain values.
Certain values. Yes, any other opinion? Any other opinion?
So in discrete random variable, I guess there is countable number of possible outcomes, but in continuous, it takes all the things or all the possible outcomes.
Yes, very good. Who is this? Nitesh?
So proceed.
Rashid. Okay. See, the fundamental difference between discrete variable and continuous variable. Okay, let me explain this. Okay, because concept should be clear. Formula you can mug up or whatever you like, but concept should be clear. See, discrete, suppose the number of students in the class, today it is 52 something. I saw, I think 52 say. Okay, can it be 52.5 in this class? I say 52.5. Can it be other student aa sakta hai is class? No, right? Very simple. See, statistics is nothing but common sense. You don't have to mug up. Kuch aapko nahi. Simple. I am explaining in simple words. Can there be, there are today 52. Can there be 52.5 students in my next day? No. Students, number of students should always be a whole number. This is called a discrete. I can count, no? I can count. If I go to participant list, I can see each one of you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, I can count. This is called a discrete. Any entity which is countable, is called discrete. Any entity which is measurable, right? Just like your height. We generally measure your height. So it is continuous. Okay. And it can also assume a decimal value, continuous. But Discrete will never have a decimal value. So very fundamental concept, very fundamental, and you all should be aware of this. And whole of statistics is all about discrete and continuous, right? So what are the example? Discrete random variable in a class, number of students in a class, number of children in a family. A family will have 2 or 3 or 4 children. Can a family have 2.5 children? No, right? Number of cars entering in a car wash. Suppose in the Maruti car wash, can there be 5.5 cars? No, it will be only 5 car or 6 car. It cannot be 5.5. So all these are discrete. Number of home mortgage in a Federal Bank or RBI in our case, right? Continuous random variable. The distance students travel to class, right? The time it takes, time is also a continuous variable, continuous random variable. The time it takes an executive to drive to work. The length of an afternoon nap, okay? Length of time of a particular phone call, time, length, height, all these are continuous because this can have a decimal. Okay, so these are this, and then okay, one very important is that characteristics of a probability distribution. So if you see, while I was discussing probability distribution has 3 characteristics. Okay, very important. All of you have a look. What are the 3 characteristics? Number 1, the probability of a particular outcome is between 0 and 1. Okay, so if you have seen my experiment, see here, all were between 0 and 1. It cannot go beyond 1. It cannot go below 0. So that is our first characteristics, number 1. Number 2, the outcomes are mutually exclusive. This we have already seen. If head occurs, tail does not occur. If tail occurs, head does not occur. If I choose only one CR in this class, okay, he or she, the student will either be a male student or a female student. It cannot be both. If I choose only one, right? Mutually exclusive, either male or female. If I go to Maruti quality control, I will get a, either a defective car or a non-defective car. A car cannot be both defective and non-defective at the same time. It will be either a defective car or a non-defective car. Mutually exclusive events. And number 3, the list is exhaustive. So the sum of the probabilities of the various events is equal to 1. The list is exhaustive. So the sum of the probability is equal to 1. Okay, so yeah, so that's all about probability distribution. Okay, now I will straight away come to I will come to binomial distributions. I will come to binomial distribution. Yeah. So any query till now on probability distribution? Yes.
So can you explain mutually exclusive events once more?
Sure. Yes. Okay. See, even if you see my example, the coin tossing example, right? When a head occurs, a tail cannot occur. Okay, mutually exclusive. While I discussed probability, if you remember, I discussed,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Mutually exclusive events. Yeah, same thing. Okay, so if head occurs, tail does not occur. If I choose a male seer, I cannot choose a female seer. If the rule is to choose only one seer. Okay, if I choose a defective, I can choose either. If I am choosing one car, I can either choose defective car or a non-defective car. Okay.
Okay, so
So
to
this is
summarize, Okay. To summarize, we can say that we can setting up a condition in an event.
Huh.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Condition of an event. Yeah. If you remember the addition rule, exclusive, mutually exclusive events or not. Boys, in a class, the students either know singing or dancing. Okay. Nobody knows both. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Hey, yes. Any more question? Please ask as many as question wherever you feel. Because this is an online mode, you have to ask me, right? Yes. Anything left? Anyone? Any more question?
Sir, I have a question. So
Yes,
what
Nisha.
does it mean? So what does it mean that the list is exhaustive?
See, least of exhaustive means always. See, just very good question actually. Let me go back. So let me go back to the. It should be very much, concept should be clear. So just let me rub this. I have not taken the pen in this. Just take the eraser. See here. If I take the sum of all this, so for the first variable, if you see 1/8, okay. For the second, for the 0 head, for one head it is 3/8. For 2 head it is 3/8, and for 3 head it is 1/8. If you take the sum of these probabilities, sum of this, okay, all this sum will be equal to nothing but always it should be 1. Okay. In our early days, we used to check in this way that whether my cumulative distribution should be 1 in a probability distribution. This is called collectively exhaustive. If all the events are added, probability of all the events are added, it will be equal to 1. Okay. Is it clear, Nisha?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good question. You should get each one of the terms. Okay, each one of the terms, because this will be used later on also. That's the beauty of statistics, that's why I'm going very slow so that I can explain your. Yeah. Any more question? 1 or 2 question I can take and then I will proceed. Yeah, please ask.
No questions, sir.
Okay, so let me proceed. Let me proceed. Okay. I'm going very slow. That's why I think it should be clear. It must be clear. If something is there, we will again take up in the tutorial class. Okay. Although the tutorial is meant for only problem solution, but we can discuss there also. Okay. Now we'll start with all the 3, but today I will take up only binomial probability. I will not take all the, because it will make very clumsy. So there are 3 probability distribution, as I told you: binomial probability distribution, okay, then Poisson probability distribution, and normal probability distribution. So in normal probability distribution, there is a very important concept of statistics, that is Z value. I will not discuss today. Okay. So that we will discuss. Okay. So today let us focus on binomial probability distribution. Clear? Now, see, now try to understand. All these probability distribution have some formula. If you learn the formula, you just mug up the formula, you do the problem, you understand the terms, you can, easily pass your exam or whatever it is. You can get 80% or 90%. Okay. You can get CGPA 9, 9.5, whatever you like. But see, you should understand the concept first. Okay. So let me tell you that, see, this binomial probability distribution was first started by a statistician, Bernoulli. Okay, his name was Bernoulli. Now what he used to do, he used to do coin tossing. Okay, and he came up with this binomial probability distribution. So there is a table also, okay, in his name. It is called Bernoulli table. Okay, binomial probability table, which is nothing but the contribution of Bernoulli in the field of probability, right? Although these days we use the Excel package, we use Excel, and just in a fraction of a second, within 1 minute, we can calculate, binomial. I will show you that also, binomial, Poisson, and normal. But in those days, think of those days in 1700, 1800, mainly 1800, this statistician, they came up with simply coin tossing, right? They came up with this binomial probability distribution. So let us understand the characteristics of binomial probability distribution. Okay, now there are only two possible outcomes on a particular trial of an experiment. If you see in our coin tossing experiment or any experiment, okay, suppose I tell you, suppose you are doing a study in the Delhi airport, right? And you are studying on late arrival or timely arrival of flights. So there are only two outcomes that you are studying. Either a flight will be late or it will be on time, whether online arrival or departure. Okay, take any time. So if you take this sort of study, right, either in a bank, a customer will be a defaulter or a customer will not be a defaulter. He will take loan and run away, and otherwise he will take a loan and he will pay. So only two things may happen. So in this case, where there are only two possible outcomes on a particular trial of an experiment, then this is one of the characteristics. Then we apply binomial probability distribution. So number one characteristics that Bernoulli said, first we have to see whether there are two possible outcomes or how many outcomes are there. If there are only two possible outcomes on a particular trial, just like the coin tossing, the flight being late, the product being defective, non-defective, in a bank, the customer being a defaulter or a non-defaulter, right? If these two are there, okay. And please remember, these two are a success or a failure. I will come to success. What is success? Okay, so this is number one. There should be two possible outcome, not more than two. Number one. Number two, someone now see the number two. I told you, it will come again and again. Okay, so some of you very rightly asked whether outcomes are, see, again it has come. Bernoulli again telling the outcomes are mutually exclusive. If head happens, tail does not happen, right? If a customer in a bank will either be a defaulter or a non-defaulter, okay, and so on. So the outcomes are mutually, or flight, late, or on time arrival. The random variable. Now, very, very important, all of you. This is the most important point rather. Okay. First two we already know. We have studied these two. But the third and the fourth are very, very, all these are very important. Very, very important. Third one is somebody is entering. Harshit Arora. Entering, I think poor connection. Na? Let me admit. If I don't admit, nobody is there, I think. Nobody is there to admit. Harshit Arora is in the waiting room. Yes, how has he? Is the room locked or what? What is this? Okay, I admit Harshit. Okay. The outcomes are mutual. The third one, see that all of you, see the third one very, very carefully. Read the third one. The random variable is the result of counts. So binomial probability distribution is a discrete probability distribution or continuous probability distribution? Who will tell me? Binomial is a result of counts, and the discrete definition, what we have seen, discrete definition, discrete of random variable which is counted. So binomial probability distribution is which type of distribution?
Great.
Discrete.
Discrete.
Very good, very good, excellent. See, I told you, na, this concepts will come repeatedly. ये एक बार नहीं आएगा, ये you know, मौसम is like season. It will come every year, summer, winter, autumn, spring. Okay, so the random variable is a result of counts. This is also very important. We can count. Okay, somebody coming, going. What is happening, Janvi? Or is the connection not good? Or okay, the random variable is a third one. Fourth one, each trial is independent of any other trial. This is also very, very important. See, remember in probability we discussed what is independent event. I gave you the example of Coke, if you remember, right? Then I told you that in a coin tossing also, each trial, try to understand this fourth point, each trial is independent of any other trial. I toss a coin first time, it may come head, it may come tail. I toss a coin second time, it may also come either head or tail. It is not like that, no, that if first time head has come, second time also head will come, or if first time head has come, second time tail will come. It is not like that, no. So the two trials, tossing of coin first time and tossing of coin event, my two events, tossing of coin first time and tossing of coin second time, these two are independent events. So please again, once again, see all the four characteristics of a, see, formula is very simple. I will give you a formula, I will do and will pass exam. No, nothing is there. So characteristics of a binomial probability distribution, what Bernoulli said, there are only two possible outcomes on a particular trial of an experiment, number one. Number two, the outcomes are mutually exclusive. Number three, the random variable is the result of counts. And number four, all are very, very important. Each trial is independent of any other trial. Yeah. Now I will come to the formula. Formula is very simple. So all of you just write the formula of binomial. And I will again do a problem and I will explain all the terminologies. First you write the formula. All of you, please write the binomial probability formula. Okay. Yeah, have you written the formula? Okay, let us try to understand. So, what is the formula? P. What does P stands for? Probability. Probability of the variable X. Probability of the variable X is equal to NCX is equal to, I write it here. If you are not getting it small font, or I will go to the board and write if you want, but I think it is better here. No? I will just let me NCX into pi. Pi is not 22/7. Okay. In some book you can find this as P. P is also written. Okay, P is probability of success. Pi to the power x multiplied by, sorry, for why this is happening, 1 minus pi to the power n minus x. Clear? So now let me tell you what is the terms. So C denotes the combination n c x. N is the number of trials. N is the number of trials. How many times we toss a coin? N is the number of trials. X is the random variable. X is the random variable defined as the number of success. Now try to understand this. All of you, please try to understand. In statistics, success does not mean anything good or bad. Success means the variable which I am studying. Are you getting, all of you? In statistics, success does not mean, pass, or success does not mean fail. It can be anything. Success does not mean timely arrival of a flight. It can be late arrival of a flight also. Success means the variable which we are studying, or the random variable, how we are defining the variable, that is called a success, right? Even if I am calculating how many students failed in the midterms, so that is also a success. Okay, in statistics, it's a success, right? So any student who failed is a success in statistics. So statistics success does not mean something good, okay, or or failure does not mean bad in statistics, right? Pi is the probability of a success on each trial. Pi is the probability of a success on each trial. Clear? So, so I will do a problem. I will solve it on the board also. Okay. So let us understand the binomial with a problem. Okay. So all of you see, although it is solved here, but you can just have a look at this problem. Here it is the problem. All of you just read the problem 1 or 2 minutes. All of you read the Okay, have you read the problem? All of you? Have you read the problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here is the solution, but I will solve it on the board also. Okay, so don't worry, I will use the board. Okay, so listen to me carefully. This problem, okay, so in any binomial problem, three elements we need to calculate. So what is our n? N means number of trial. P means probability of success, and x is our variable defining the success. Okay. So N is number of trial. T is probability of success. X is the what? It is the variable which define the success. Okay. Now try to tell me what is N in this problem. Have you read the problem? What is N?
Number of outcomes are 5 flights.
5.
5. Very
Five.
good. Very good. That means you have read. Okay. Now tell me what is the probability of success? What is the probability of success?
0.80 or 0.20.
Point
0.20.
20. I told na late is also a
Success.
that's why I told you. Okay. Passing in exam is not success in statistics. Okay. Failing can be statistics. Failing can be, success. Okay. Now, what is our X? What is our X? What is our X?
0.
0. Read the last line. So read the, first of all, let me read the whole problem. So what is the problem all about? Number one, there are 5 flights daily from X to Y location. Suppose the probability that any flight arrives late is 0.2. Okay. What is the probability that none of the flights are late today? So what is the variable? Just like I was calculating head, the number of heads, we are counting how many planes are late. How many planes are late? Whether 0 planes are late, that is the question may be what is the, suppose this line is what is the probability that one of the flights are late. Then what will be my X? Suppose 1. Very good. Suppose my what is the probability that 2 flights are late today? What will be my X?
2.
2. Excellent. So now my question is, what is the probability that none of the flights are late today? So what is my X? 0. Very good. So put the value. We know already the formula. We need the formula. What is our formula? All of you open the formula that I had given you. Please open the formula. All of you written the formula?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So put it in the value. So what was our formula? It is here also. Even if you have not written, you can write from here. Okay. What was our formula? NC X. Multiplied by pi to the power x. So our n is 5, our p is 0.2. I will also solve on the board, okay, for who, don't worry. And x is equal to 0. So 5c0 ncx pi to the power x, pi is 0.2 to the power x. X is how much? 0. Multiplied by 1 minus pi. 1 minus pi. 1 minus pi. Pi is 0.2 to the power n minus. Clear? This is clear. Only I have put the values. I will do on the board also, so don't worry. Those who want to meet in the board, I will put wins. Okay. So number 1. So now all of you know combination, I think. So 5C0. 5, C0. C0 is always 1. Okay. Anything to the power 0, anything to the power 0, any fraction or something is always 1. So we don't have to calculate this 2. We have to only calculate this one. So 1 minus 0.2 is how much? 0.8. 0.8 to the power 5. So if you calculate in your calculator 0.8 to the power 5, you will get 0.3277. Even if you don't calculate, you can leave it in this form 0.8 to the power 5. You will get the full marks. Okay. So 0.3277. So now I take you to the board because some of you are in the habit of the board actually. Habit generally don't leave us actually. Okay. So what is our n? Have I solved it here? No. Yeah. Here npx. So what is our formula? Let me write here. So I am writing the probability directly. P, what we are going to calculate? Yes. Why this is coming? P x equals 0. X, where is this? X equals 0. Okay. What is that? npx. npx. What is our n? 5. So let me write the npx. कितना था हमारा n? 5. n is equal to 5. P was how much? P is equal 0.2. Okay. Clear or not? X is equals 0. So I put this 5. I put the formula 5C0. Okay, 5C0. Then point, what was our formula? npx into p to the power x. What is p? 0.2 to the power x. It is to the power x into 1 minus 0.2. How much is that? 0.8. 0.8 to the power n minus x. So 5 minus 0. So that is 5. Okay. So 5C0, 5C0 into 0.2 to the power 0 into 0.8 to the power 5. So how much is that? C0 is 1. We know. How much is this? 0.2 to the power 0 is also 1. And 0.8 to the power 5, if you calculate with your calculator or Excel, you will get 0.2. Any question? Yes, I solve it on the board and I solve it on the slide also. So is it clear? Yes. Binomial. Yes. Yeah. Any query? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah.
No queries.
I'm connected, no? Hope I'm connected. Okay. So any query, please ask. Binomial. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? So I solved it on the slide. I solved it on the board. So hope there is no question. Any question, please ask. I'm stopping sharing now. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me show you it on the Excel. Okay. Although just let me show you in the Excel. So let me stop share. Let me bring my Excel laboratory. I am very fond of Excel. Can you see my Excel sheet?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So what we will do is that we will call a formula. Okay. So in Excel, you know, there are inbuilt formulas. So we will call a formula. What formula we'll call? Yes, we'll call a formula called binomial. We will go to more functions. Hope you can see my screen. Yes, all of
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So statistical, under statistical, we'll go to binomial distribution. Clear? Can you see this? Function arguments, another screen has come.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So number underscore s, there are, you can see four input it is asking, right? First one is, let me explain you. First one is number underscore s. See, what is this? Number of success. Okay. Second one is what? Trials. Third one is what? Trials means how many trials? Okay. Probability of success. So if you see the same terminology Excel is using, probability underscore S. What is this? S stands for success. Probability underscore S. And there is a cumulative, which will put true. Okay. So what is our number of S in this case? What is our number of success? Yes. What is our number of success? Tell me. Yes.
Zero.
Zero.
0,
Yes. What is our number of trial?
5,
5. What is our probability of success?
0.2,
2.2.
0.2, 20%. And here we put true, cumulative function. Okay. Now see, can you see this number, how much it is giving Excel?
yes,
Can you
sir.
see the screen? See my cursor, where I am hovering my cursor. Can you see this? It's very small actually. 0.3276. How much we got in manual calculation? How much we got?
0.3277,
Is it matching?
yes, sir.
Okay. So one method I have shown you through manual calculation on the board, number one. Second one is through, I showed you through Excel. There is one third method. What is the third method? What is the third method? That is by the table called Bernoulli table or binomial table. Okay, which I will show you in the tutorial class. Okay. Okay. So any query now, please ask. So let me stop share. Let me stop.
Hello, sir.
share.
Good morning.
Just a minute. Who is this? Kush. Kush.
Yes, sir. So basically, sir,
Yes,
we need
yes,
to make an
Kush.
announcement regarding the student council event. So,
Okay. No, just Kush. Just give me 1 minute. One
sure,
minute.
sir.
Huh?
Sure.
I will allow you.
Okay,
But any query, please, any students, any query, please tell. Otherwise, Kush will do some announcement. Okay. Yes, students, any query, binomial distribution is clear or not?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir, clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Kush, you can go ahead.
Yes, sir. So hello guys. We need to make an announcement regarding the tomorrow's event. So tomorrow we have two events. So first is based on accounting and taxation club, and the time session will be from 2:45 to 4 p.m. The speaker of the session is VS Mani, which is executive director and global CFO of Glenmark Pharma. And the second is international club event, which is again on tomorrow. Like the time session will be from 4 to 5:15, and Harshit will discuss the further information. Harshit.
So yeah, the international club event, know thy neighbors, is an event where you can share your knowledge and enhance your knowledge about the our neighboring countries like Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and everything. We can know about the cultures of the country, the business, and the relations of our country with these countries, and it will be a really fun event. So yeah, we request you all to join the event, and it will be a really informative event for all of us.
So in both of the events, you can clear all your doubts with the speaker. So
Yeah.
you don't need to hesitate about anything.
there is also a quiz session about the event in the international club event. So yeah, take part in the quiz also. And the timings of the second event are from 4 p.m. to 5:15. So yeah,
Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. So one is international, Kush, one is international club and another one is which club?
Accounting and Taxation Club, sir.
Acha, the domain club, no?
Yes, sir. Domain
Yes,
club.
sir.
Okay, okay, very nice, very nice. So all of you try to attend these also, all these programs by different clubs and cells, you know. Teaching,
sir.
see, in the class, there is a limitation, but see the CEOs and MD, vice president, when they talk, you know, very, you know. So yesterday only in my class, I was telling you that book is okay, learning the theory, learning formula is fine, but all these are also important, equally important, I must say, equally important, rather more important, I should say. Okay, so class are important. Yes, you need to get a CGPA, you need to pass the, you know, this is, but believe me, I have seen students with 6 CGPA getting the best job and who is active in the club. I have seen students, yes. So don't think these are not so important. You should, and you can build, although this is offline mode, online mode, in offline mode, you can also build a rapport with them, okay, connection with them. You can, so these are very, very useful, you know, events. So I am in LIC cell. I will also try. Last year I also conducted this one, you know, I think, yes, he is the MD of this, you know, actually it's a government organization actually, and it was very, very successful actually. So this year also I will do something. These days I'm actually a bit busy. Okay, so I hope everything is clear. Okay, again we'll meet in the tutorial. If something is left, I will must complement it in the tutorial. Okay.
Sure, sir. Thanks.
So
Thank you, sir.
thank you to
Thank you.
Kush and all.